Okay. Good morning. Mr. Ndawasi bi na menka o say yatrase. Akwasinsia dia semedical brain. Yeda akwasinsia say oni edi nkomo kama majiri say so atimesua de efrim. The month of April is a very good month and to get the good things in the month of April. Ebeboa ye pa ma bia ntima kokama e de amaw. Afi ma menka o so say Ketsi Adom TV and Suma season 6 no. You roll out what was it in Kodani see ball Muhammad. I'm sure. Say, wow, Bewumbia, none of you Modishi, we are so proud. You need to be part of it. No, at Tinyamana Ecoson so. I see pa. Non Kodoba Pamlit, Edunu Enuma, Ebepejemu, and Mari say Mulan, so non Konopepe game park for Adarama, ye de Ebebro. Nafi, Makai also say, whatever the day is, no, now that believe, ne confidence, they say it is well. With your soul. The kwa no nyame adoma yenkuja transport minister na sida form tin na wotweda no ewo ni fie ewo Roman Ridge meka yera eye asiama ofori kwaku ofori asiama na se eda form yenkotai da chi ebra echina da odi na wotweda no na yenuanum kremofo no don't be confused, but I'm sure by Thursday they are done. Until Tuesday, Wednesday, they are done. Thursday will be the big fest. Let me be a Kama Eddie. Am Lawyer Abbas Nuruddin Atmasi, a friend to this platform and all other platforms or multimedia. Shira Oka Obishia Jantua, Oko Asempa Obishia Obi, Oba Dumefon Obishia CG. Oba Adom TV Obishia Akwasinsia and your mind Santi. So he's a good friend. He's been with us all these years. And they are a lawyer. Ojina MP NDC name Ewa Santi Mantem. And the Ghana and the baby Obia. Lawyer Avishapa Aquabaso.
I think compared to your mind, I'm for Quenya with an child. So mine had half of 4.
Yes.
I'm a brap and on the Zongo, Kenya as number 2.
Okay.
Yeah. The donor friend Kumase Alaji and Ashanti region for near Dofwa 80 ewo Ghana ha and we are self and then titru Ghana Mampenia on Namunumuba Abeje Ghana my friend near ya and then portray any of here and another Dr. Baumia Edio Makumo, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and then Abedi Chre Oba Penny Nana Jane Opokwa Jamai and NDC for Asheta. Our Ghana ha and we are seeing.
I see. It was exciting to see the former president in Sunyani. I was in Sunyani and I was marveled with the crowd. This is the seat of the New Patriotic Party. This is the constituency of the New Patriotic Party. If I can in the crowd, now NDC home comodino, I will form papa. But Nana Bosume Krabi, if I got the name, there I was a bit surprised. Wow.
Oh my God. And they say in Subetam from my day, Edikan. The Ohun was Sunyano. Brony Becker says it's a foretaste of what is going to happen on December 7th. Ninyane say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ghana for Feno. Ghana for I am Fatuhun. Once I say Fatuhun Tina prison in Urania Day. Aho. They do go jail 5 years near will be their life.
15
will be life for no and now 2016 and na Dr. Baumia Kasano. Now mu me di ade am yehunu ade o mo betimi aye dey aye. And na Dr. Baumia nam touchline and na why lectures when the fundamentals of the economy is weak, the exchange rate will expose you. IMF bailout with the anchor who the nomnes ade no. Na Ghana for say owura mama wo de yehunu ni obetimi aye. And na Dr. Baumia de yehunu omo timi yemo omo nso akwanya ya mo omo akwanya mo maba emfie nwotwe ene Ghana for de omo nyina to nsane ani a omo hunu say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mamo no obebu ye no na ode on man no nam kwan password no kra ni nyamesro ene bebu man ntinye sunwan nko a ba bia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ede ne na besi bia no anwumu amanfo a to an se me yere that day sambe wa me no foforo ba ye de the troni adada ni kontompo ena eye ebuman nansen His Excellency John Mahama ba Ashanti region about 2 program. You needed to see the reception. Even at the seat of MPP, no, the reception was fantastic because Ubia Sani American Ubia who say a kwanya nama Mahama Breso no yen kase bibia course Ubia na ye but na o mampanyin Mahama de no krani nyame so dum so typical example dum so ba Mahama Breso no because dum so nyame na me de bai e yo hawa awo ho free kwa penny peso ba me magia tum se aba me penso so an se be men sinsuo mansa no aham me ye nie metimi bia na matudum so no ase o de no krani nyame so na ebu man o ka no kra kire Ghana fo enne dum so aba anda akufuado besi ne omo nyi ntumu mpo se dum so no kra ye dey aba ena wo de ukobusa minister se dum so aba yi PURCC enfa time table mra inti da be na the time table mra ebeba o se yen Ghana fo no a yen ye titi ye mo wremu de na kwotena ho se wonsi ye hawa no no yen ne enfa time table mra. That is the difference Ghana fo hunu between John Dramani Mahama and Nana Addo Danko Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia and Omaye Krado so mo besa de Omana share His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nsa na ne nyuma pa no wo ye no de aba wie pa na Ghana fo atwa so de.
I see. Medasi Thompson. We hear introduction bi abada no reading the casa no page and the no home no say no. Yeah, it means that or Semka former MD NIB, part of the communications team and a strong advocate for Dr. Bawumia breaking the 8 for the New Patriotic Party. Inti onoso abeka nsa no pewa akwaba.
Yeah.
I don't know, but now we're teaming and now we sure and now
mystery.
The Okaina
mystery. Mystery.
What is Okaina?
Oh,
me na me sha say ka say me 1 year baby MPP for who odin pa na His Excellency the former president akwa yi o na nipa abotwi
when say mechia ho na wo hwe henen and mechia menua no more central region especially Cape Coast na mezinchia kese ama Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ono ye Frankatuni a New Patriotic Party and also the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Vice President under the Fourth Republic, any Vice President there. Yebeka say nipa waye juma strongo. Nipa we say Vice President ejuma no, it's not about sitting in the office. It's not about drinking champagne. It's not about holding a flask, but moving onto the ground and working for the people to feel that at least omenye bibi ombetumi aka. Omenhu bibi at least ye bo under Fourth Republic Vice President awaye juma ye bo ora Bawumia dia ye nim say yan kakra de na digitalization de e wo ho yan kakra na ye ka interoperability yan kakra na ye ka about the drones see echo all over the world but even the US Vice President akogina ho e praise Ghana say bin si da ma omohum na obiambra Ghana mbesua how the drones were going to work first I can say drones say but no mo say then almost say they could try and pictures for bathrooms. Yes, I know women's organizer can and the whole world is praising us. And now meeting us say when you say Ghana has been adjusted the best country in West Africa for governance and the 5th best in Africa for a governance. Interculture the way Nana Addo Danko Akufo-Addo any Ora Bawumia, the way they are treating and they are holding on to this world, even in the economic pains, even in the global challenges, even under COVID. Obiahu, the way Nkrofo kache say, listen, what you are doing no strongo. And it's not about just yet or throwing a hands in the air na say yeah to say glam say be cold man and so can say yeah and right now we've even given up, we don't know what to do. And now time I can say come there and now omko Ashanti omko can say Ashanti for there would your friends and go dum pogu kwanswa, they will never even appreciate what you are doing. It everywhere you go. Bebia will be dubia. You can talk about the gains of Dr. Bawumia and Nana Addo Danko Akufo-Addo. Today I yet na see. Thank God, Obi who say nyama dane even after the global economic crunch. People are suffering all over the world. Bebia ubekobia, everything is going skyrocketing. Everything is going bad. But now we feel and we see say things are changing gradually. We admitted there are challenges in the economy. We didn't run away from it. You can say there are challenges. And what our job is to do is to make sure that we change the fortunes. And we are doing that. We will never relent on our efforts to make sure that that Ghanaian over there, every little Ghanaian in every corner, will benefit from the good governance of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia.
But Lawyer Nuruddin, raise very good points. Let's say, in the case of His Excellency the former president, or relating it to the current challenges we are facing in our energy sector, the former president was quick to say that this is not merely a problem. A problem, a woho, a brisantine. They will be see what my brain.
Impossible. Say this is not his problem. Can you equate the way Anadum so Koso under his government to any other president?
But that has been the challenge over time. The Kesipa Nebetono.
It never happened that way. Doing so under their reign was a self-created thing for them to go and get a booty and enjoy.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Why are we not doing this? Why are we not speaking the truth? Look at the number of AR.
Why would the NDC, just like the MPP, look at our face and say they want to make money out of a situation? A lot of businesses, hospitals, individuals, a whole lot of things are going down as a country.
You remember the IPPs and the way they were given arbitral aid to just come and operate, and the amounts that were involved. We had to come and we had to renegotiate most of them. You had to renegotiate. It was killing this country. Okay, World Bank president Oba Ghana, Oba can the same thing say the IPPs are what is costing Ghana to even go to this extent of borrowing near there. The IPPs, and these are the challenges we faced when we came to, but we didn't complain. Because Yanka say these are some of the things that are high, no. So people take it for granted and say, oh, somebody money problem.
But even in the midst of all these IPPs now, they are exiting brought to us a certain level of stability in our power and energy sector.
And what debt? And what debt? Okay, I said the first year you buy, we had to pay $1 billion.
So in the case
as debt. Meanwhile, I'm saying, na $200,000.
So in the case of MPP, the little suggestion that, well, maybe we are getting into that challenge, NDC times they are getting into it. The moment a guideline so that we can also organize ourselves as a people,
and that
as
is
a company,
that is where the foreign minister
and move on.
That is where the energy minister came to tell you, say, and when he was speaking, and that is why he gave that guy the answer. Or say, what we are experiencing now is not doom so. As the challenger who say, lights to make us off for 24 hours, even 3 days, 4 days. For us to go and do these IPPs. Yes, there were challenges in the energy sector. There were challenges. And it's, since my friends said, when did they start? February, March. You realize all these things are to be. When we were changing all these lines near the it came with some challenges. Some of the my friends stations, they had old gadgets. We needed to change them, but it's a gradual thing. But at due time, there were some serious challenges that came in that were not doom so, but there were challenges that made power go off and on. Not the 24 hours we are seeing. 3 hours, 4 hours, we'll be home. Sometimes at most, 6 hours. Yes, there were 1 or 2 places. Now there were serious area, and more it may year 1 day. But all these things have been curtailed. Since you are casino, I can tell you an authority say, feel say ABS Adom's on echo. You remember businesses closed because of that in 2016, from 2012 to 2016. Businesses closed. People were suffering for that. Not generate and not a high to say Nigeria. Everywhere you are going. You hear that over here. So when we tell you that is not doom so, yes, there are challenges. We are not saying that there were no challenges in the energy sector. There are challenges, but it is not doom so. So when you are pushing someone saying doom so by fast, you call publish a timetable. Publish timetable for what? When I am telling you authority, I am in the chair and I am telling you that it's not doom so. What's it they be a doom so by force? No, say who force me say doom so. Then publish a timetable and let me see. But I am telling you that it's not doom so.
So what do we find ourselves in now? Is the situation I didn't know. The doom.
They are changing some pylons near there across the country. What can I say? There was even was somewhere in Ashanti region where even screws of certain posts have been taken off my posts in a Google form. Will you call it that is the cause of doom? So these are things that once intentionally people are taking screws off for the government to look unpopular.
And maybe you have the opportunity. 3 reasons why you think that Ghanaians should consider the MPP in breaking the 8. What will be the 3 reasons, good reasons?
Oh, Bako, ne say, yede oseye oyo. When we say, ora,
when you promise you deliver, is that the case?
Oh, yeah, we do. We might not give you 100% of what you expected, but at least we show the way, say, the higher canon, and we don't use lies. We don't use kotompo, ni intro. I will buy Bijana catch me say, and I mean, 20 billion, I mean, for free SHS. Then the next minute you come and tell me, say, I'm even going to add private schools to free SHS. I mean, that is total and blatant lie. And young under Dr. Baumia, he will tell you the truth. Onwaba Abejachum say, and now you can say the business community has become very unfriendly because we call her a problem. And even though we are working to bridge that, he is going to put it as a priority because a business is now buying so to me This is a humble servant. Waba monaswa or babe chemo or kachemo because he listened to the people. And then Crawford some more mokaeno and now ode babe to igwa. Listen, human capital is the most important thing you can ever get on this earth. Say, yeah, to me, prioritizing a human capital, now even as a bank, now we'll get more money than sitting there and doing nothing. Now, yeah, share human capital. Now, I'm going to say, oh, at the end of the day, to me, 20 years' time, in a human capital, be in fact, to the extent, say, and now, yeah, can say we are in a digitalized economy. So let us make sure say let us start transforming them into that economy. No, almost say the tablet votes. Meanwhile, we could share on budget to me and deliver. They had budgeted for tablets near there Omodebama. Was it that they were using it to buy votes? Kotompo, intro, Akoshisem. All they know to do is to say things that will look attenuation. How can Obia wait 12 years, wait 13 years, wait 15 years, or work from 1 or 2? Who come on the laptop say, "On go to about December." Is that what we want to do to this country? We will build upon the human capital. Say, say, yeah, yet even so free. Into we will SHS now will call into vacation and BBA. You come out and you are given a stipend. We bet to me they are starting Wahoo business. That is the right thinking mind of a government. Or more dream how to build upon the human capital of people. Doctors Ayeka say, more call specialization. Say, they are not paying for it. So it tells you that what we are doing is to make sure that we build upon the human capital of this country.
I see.
They are made by Chaso and a governance system. We share governance, we share a quanso ecosystem, we share the way I am making sure say everything we are doing should touch on the lives of people. We share any time most and I say the way I pick it up, and we are even going to make it better than it is. We share and I was marveled by Woshe Accra to Winneba, the way I expanded Kwano, and it has a fast pace. And you say ABI, because ABI will win elections, but you are doing it to ease the pain of the people there. We share Accra to a friends and Kumase, Kwana, we share the beginning from baby Pokwase Ono, Edeko. We share how they are expanding it. You see that they are bringing that governance, that good works to the doorsteps of the people. That is how you help your people to grow. And we are working, and you become once a producer price of cocoa. You become mostly prices, brand champion, the brand effect, affected lives and people from the villages right down to the cities. We share the way, and then you can say, made in Ghana rice. I bet the beer, Ubia Shishibi. Ubia Shishibi made in Ghana rice. Who can say Ghana rice?
Are you in touch with the really?
Ghana rice. Who can say Buyama? Man, northern region.
Are you in touch?
Let me give you what can I say? Ebuyama, President Nampo by say on only few of the Ghana rice. Do you know that? To tell you the truth, what's the reality? No, do you know that people go and buy Ghana rice and even put it in foreign bags and they sell it? That is what is going on. Go to the market and check. I move to the marketplaces. Most of Myanmar I move to the marketplaces and work with them. Okay. And they tell you, say, oh, Ngrofofi say some of these rice are there, but foreign rice, perfume rice are there. Most of them are Ghana rice.
Okay, so no,
for a higher cost.
Yeah, so the Ghana rice is now on the market.
Oh, Ghana rice is on the market. Yam. We know Ghana is the net exporter of yam in the world.
Okay. No, you enough young question.
For my me tie Mr. Thompson no na and some bebre ya mesere. Say adwuma e din wo wiase pa na say obefa to ho say obe defend Akufo-Addo ne ba umi atro we. Oh, because and some bebre a work ho it has no factual basis. E ya atro ene nsem ene no kresa ne yakaba, and I'm going to deal with that. One was Mahama Kumase Koka say would good by ye a form cry nya asante for first asem na nya no kre. Utimi produce taper a kire say Mahama cancer.
Maybe your reference to Akoko Sachira Koma.
No, at the time Mahama ebe Kumase na MPP fu akwhye nkofo bi achi no mo ya agitation say Mahama buy no nya dey umfi kuma asante for. And Mahama share a ya Asante regional tour ase. No kohwe Kumase a ye shoe factory and oba RCC no ocean say ye niema bebre wo Kumase. Ba ye won nkofo bi wo ho a tienie. Wasi ye won nkofo bi wo ho a de ye beye bia no anya den enye omo fa ye di gold cry omo be kase referring to MPP before. So who kase Mahama say who the gold ye nya Asante for fa is you are putting a tribal slant on it. That is not the case. The second issue I will can ye about ye Dumso. I will say you see Nancy I am say ye who they see one cry ha baby I am say Dumso nti oba anyem ne ba bosome nkro a woko wo a yesi Dumso nom ne ade nti akwala no aye dey afrimu sa maame no o te se wo Mr. Thompson o te he ka se Dumso maya obedi yawo ye honkofo bebre ananse omaduane omo food business a collapse because of Dumso aba yemfa timetable nya dey e maaye no san kofo no tie wa I think they will feel a certain level of pain. Ye mumunti na amanfo say politicians yen ka no kre no because Dumso aba ama enya ndisi for na say yemfa timetable mrawo. The regulator of the electricity sector ye PURC omo ka say ECG fa timetable mrawo.
What they said.
Exactly what they said.
PURC.
They gave
load shedding timetable. You see, so if PURC yeah ban adwuma no the regulatory energy sector. I say yemfa timetable mra. Now wo ka se Dumso maya. Not just say I say why you arguing say
Mabel, what is your challenge? Timetable no and you difficult say any load shedding.
It was timetable for the some challenges they were facing and they said they were repairing. So they should give us the repairs timetable. That is what they asked for. There are two different things. One can load shedding timetable. One can load shedding timetable.
So what's your maintenance na Dumso aba? Or my TNE? ECG. Or more 33,000 transformers. Baby, I'm also more your maintenance ni 600 per and no 2% cra. 33,000. More transformers are overloaded, yes, 600 and 2%. And no to me nationwide a ye Dumso ba. Now they also a maintenance. Some maintenance there and yet continuous, ye yet daba on every hole. And now also your maintenance will come or my who doom light and now your maintenance now. Sir, and one on a chin and you can see a doom light in the view. And the other thing doom light in it. You see, there is a generation deficit. Generation deficit are you woman because I buy way sister and sheshaya or your friend a cash waterfall mechanism or it's a bosumi bia or the 200 million Ghana cedis back augmented the ECG near charma 1 year a generating energy mine sikaning at the encore into your buying a day IPP snaker or moon yes you can to light crude and far a year and generating energy mine into time they are within the peak season no. There is a shortfall of between 350 to 550. And here, because it's a Dumso no aba. But give the people something to plan their life with. Or maybe because I walk toward you and now you said ne edgewo from an opacity to a numerous says me lighter. Over find no alternative. Meboa. Oh, your doctor now will call you operation. what schedule a man for operation now him say a break we nya lighter o de be cobra we nya lighter now we nya alternative arrangement but a situation ade na ba e affect man for now we be kasa ade no e my sa problem ni ho as o feel say Ghana for yenim nyansa it is an insult to the intelligence of the people now me say what say Dr. Baumia on digitalization one say on my wound him say digitalization e wo ho sese no Dr. Baumia nim ho maache eye ene ye ka digitalization ene ma mienu eye digital infrastructure and digital applications Ghana eye ye fiber optic backbone rural fiber optic backbone na free ho eko boko a connect 120 communities no o man panyini mahama na ye 800 kilometers o man panyini mahama na ye eye urban fiber optic backbone 300 kilometers connect Tema any Accra no or Mampanyini Mahama na ye. That is the backbone of the digitalization at the end no. Accra Digital Center or my wine ye or Mampanyini Mahama. National Data Center wine ye or Mampanyini Mahama. Into Dr. Baumia digitalization now also why na ye way. In the na ka digitalization 4G services na niyama ama yetimi Ghana ya de ye ho ewo abefun fidie ne ho nsensem no a ni nyina o Mampanyini Mahama na ye. But zooming without admitting say MPP for cry be under digitalization can Baumia take credit because nanado ebedi ade no adwuma a obeye no chiche mu de ma obia Dr. Baumia de ne head of economic management team on my meboa
correct
also o mehwe economy ne so and o de eslo wusu tie nie eslo wusu o ye minister of communications and digitalization into kwa eslo wusu Facebook page se ya and yama Dr. Baumia listed this your known achievement no as Lusu say your no na ye waje ho award nyina na si den na Dr. Baumia wo opposition wo ye economic lecture say obema si de agina wo betete to ye mfato amuman na ye the economy ni share unza no run the economy ni down u dwane akoje achievement ketu bia minister na wo de Dr. Baumia ye na te se kotoko meme ye kotoko ni
team kotoko ye
koto de ye mfato mu bi na me ye kotokofo na ne ni striker ena cornerstones wo striker bi o dwa nanum se ye be fa no a match bia wan hye kro be hye 3 goals amaye o dwa nanum sa na kotoko ye carry sika kese ena ye de koto striker bai ye do buy 30 matches ni ampa ho kra wontu bi wo po na nim e bo say na wo na wo ye striker wo ni mbo na she go mi anko o ze o da bi say me net striker bi o minim defend the party mo pa mo defend that is the comedy of the Dr. Baumia ye no wo in opposition bibia no abaye ho lectures e ma nanado kra ka say wiasim nyansa nyina wotirimu ne wo that is what nanado said oba yo the economy ahya wonsa or the economy ni hya wonsa no gitum ekoye say MPP solid economic management team Professor Jambavo Alanchiremate ne what say economy no ade a Dr. Baumia obeya amanka Ghana for ebi omohu ni mobo beye 2060 2070 ye say obeba be dia to say ansemo a mebeka ye ni nyina no ade no mantimi mesira mo fa me bone nya de encheme but we dia wo ya wo te se keje tie tutu bottom ni wo ya che wo say yense onsa hye ye bottom no wo say ka tire ye se wo be pa ye kura ye wi economy no a wasai no a wantimi anya ne ye ka wo say America for profu be friend gaslighting wo gaslight ye nim say ade no economy no wantimi anya wasai no wo say ka tire say ade no wa ye ni wo ho MPP no ntina me ka tire wo say oh my and adwuma e den pa na se ye de obey MPP communicator what you say be okan Dr. Baumia na so ye mate meboa wo so ye mate ne kire say enyo no na ye driver nti niama bebre wo ho ya ma na anye dey ya ma na anye ejafe de ono apese obey driver won so say he is the best president vice president ever why ye niama bia how do you combine these two contradictory statements?
I'll combine it and you see.
How do you combine it? Abaya ya mo anya hwi wom because who ye mate. I say what I say, why ye adwuma am say so na how do you combine it? Unless you are confused. When you're confused that you will not make this statement. Oh, now Dr. Baumia the make analogy no awo ye no. And no kra de chichire ne kase no mine. Maybe jina asafo market am say me bank crime. And na who say car bi si wo mate pai Accra Dr. Baumia na ye mate na nanado che fronto. Accra and na magina wo mate no pai say nkran ne so no mabefro car no ya fro car no na kan ye mawia ya wo say na nado de atia fa tamale kwan so and you say ah mate wo pai no say nye tamale ne yakọ wo say e konkran enti ade nti na o driver ne de atia fa tamale a kachira o driver no it say ye nura chire ye duru kron no ya ona ne ho ne ensa bese no konkran wo say munya abotre driver na ye confused or the mo ko duru tamale a me amesa je car no ma sa drive mo de mafako wei ye sub so sub ya nya do ya me pesa me ka say ya bodam sam. Wow, Dr. Baumia should credit Ghanaians with some intelligence. Whoa, I never did any more. Also, obey to away free hall, may you tax away free hall. Ah, why wouldn't say no credit? Or my Indian and now buy with the taxes, baby. I call IMF. IMF no, I call you no, Sikano Mode Mayano, and your bossy and yet no more chay. And IMF will Mosca on for the Christmas in Tino, or better say, who enough revenue generation capacity. A Bema Bosiano, the man who bet me the etia. And IMF shall say, for tax got to call for so, next show up revenue, and yes, our next ranch may find your day, amount, and Nuntin and Kamudi Musi tax eba, and Nuntin Amudi 21% VAT ever to electricity. So, and Nunti and Amudi taxes be higher day, Abba, a IMF now this Adian day, Abba. Dr. Baumia now so about Bay San Yaman in free honor. IMF no, but after 2025 near the year free, into where then way San Yaman in every home. Uchan kontompo ma staff wa ira we de oda abonten na Dr. Baumia ya catch and say na make no baby an ho ayo fia duru no se wo de aka do akasha atakureta makura adware no na wo de punso nyina akura adware no a ne wo ntimi nya fi ma Ghana fo nto enti mo betena se na mo take Ghana for granted na wo be kekan se mo say vice president also ye mate onim bibia ho hwe he is the best performing vice president. Who did Ghana for atem? Now one gets once senior may will trim. What I say, Mr. Thompson to is your name for Kama. A man may send a new young Ketuan with Dr. Baumia. Now Dr. Baumia is a damaged political commodity.
Okay, no,
say last me send you and my friend saying digital coverage in who built what and where it got it was and how it got into. Say last me for a day in so we share documents. So meaning say obeko na wakoye no homework here. Or Fred Dr. Baumia damaged commodity. On no damage this year. You do 800 kilometers worth of fiber optics and we do 7,234 kilometers. And that's 92% of the total fiber optics in this country. And you tell me say mo in a moma year and you call Mahamampo and damage good. Mahamampo onumpo. You find the damaged good. Onumpoa going to be on the left from the right. Onumpoa da okita and the flask or nama yenim there wo. You find the damaged good. In that wo be Fred Dr. Baumia because he's performed. What kind the policy statements now? He made something significant at NDC. So above no money I said that. I say hereby and yes, the economy was the most important thing. You know the fiscal and my, you know the monetary no so share monetary funds in. In that our president don't say for us to check corruption, for us to make things flow well, for us to make the system work without I can say in a way there or no, we keep on doing the same old things until for us to fight all these things. No, let us make sure that one by one we digitalize the system. In the austerity, now president say I give you the sword to go on that digitalization drive. The mere fact that there is a minister responsible in Chelsea, he cannot work with the minister. Now say one time somewhere last year, you call your friends and Edna. Now you call inaugurate the way you can use your card to buy premix for people not to be stealing the premix. I think I believe you watched that day. It tells you how the person thinks outside the box. This is the leader you need. Obia on say no be complaining. So say it's always the same
maybe the NDC wants to know the difference between who mandate as economic management team chairman and now your topmost priority of digitalization.
And that is what I explained to you right now. Say, you know, having the fiscal policy and the monetary policy stand alone is not enough. Now, what can we do to stop certain things at air cost? Because let me tell you the truth. Majority almost about 40+% of Yensikano goes into losses. Yen who baby efa. And the other time, General has brought it out. Year after year, who say na sika we oman fan 2 year, we oman fan 2 year, we oman fan 2 year. So he sat down with his team and looked into it and said, no, when we digitalize the system now, why we fiscal had want to be here? Because we can trace every money that is moving from point A to point Z. And that is the leadership you need. Yeah, Kasa says, you know, say, and then World Bank, IMF. The most important thing, or sika, and not any bank or more sika, the most important thing the person thinks about is repayment. Yes, sir. Most will be mame. This is a leader. What not you say? Listen, it's not about taxes. The mere fact say yes, sika etuya kano. And just say yeah, overburden people with the tax system. Tax I say I wouldn't have a my hene. Maybe so say what is your tax obligation as at December 2024? Can you be able to tell me? You don't know. I don't know. He doesn't know. Market woman or one on him the tax obligation, but he's going to bring a system. Says I can work my tax from now to December. We a market person in poor. What I can say, me ton a 1,000 me tax I make you for the year. And see if I'm able to increase my sales, now I got 50,000 tax I make you up to the end of the year.
Exactly.
It makes it easy for me. It makes it easy for you. It is a tax ni about what on the can't just say ya tina your office now ya work A B C D. It is a tax when I say would you won't you say but still I say we go to ya. He said he's going to stop that. And I'll say, how are we going to pay our loans? We are going to cut down on certain things. One, or say my budget is not going to be more than 105% of the previous year's revenue.
But our issue with it, because the person who is giving us these sweet big promises is still a member and a very relevant member of this current administration.
Yes, agreed.
So what is it that he cannot push to get these fantastic ideas? No, say a bit my age until some other time. That's a fair question.
Okay, let me give you a fair answer.
Yeah.
Wusano. Now what to me suggesting yama wo fie che papa.
Yeah.
Obetumi afa no ntumi mfa.
Ebi ho obefa ebi ho
mfa. But wo be ye penny wo fie ho no. Who takes the major decisions? Thank you very much. Those are two different issues. So when you are working under someone and when you are working on your own as a leader, there are two different issues. Tax are some okay. We could have decided say this year, so taxes near the year. But the leadership says that this is the way I want to go. You have a brilliant idea, but this is the way I want to go. On to me, but now on can say because my leader say this is the way I want to go into me ye jumano. He still has to work to make sure the leader succeeds. But or say me ba na me tie gwanuma. This is the way I want to go. To say e-levy. Or say there will be no tax on e-levy because he wants to make sure say everybody is internet friendly or using the systems. Interoperability. Time at NDC, they wanted to do interoperability, not even to the extent I hear, you know. They were going to charge the country $1.2 billion. So that's kind of Reke Bank of Ghana. Onuba, he did it for less than $200 million. Less. And he's even putting more effort. Says, yeah, you can even do the interoperability in such a way, say, from bank to bank, from bank to mobile, from bank to this, from every transfer person we are able to make also. That is the innovation or the eba. You know, say, most of these are loans. No? Yeah, we'll go. Share gold for oil policy or the buy, a boy. And we are going to shore up our gold. Fit the independence. Who for buy so no move the gold reserves are to 8 tons. To 8 tons. Fit time a president for fee so the time and Nana be taking over. The gold reserves was still at 8 tons. And then you can say the gold reserves is over 20 tons. Our Bank of Ghana says yeah, you can go and verify. Under the leadership of Dr. Baumia, the economic management team, no, they were thinking outside the box to make sure say when you put some of these things in place now, it becomes easier and better. Or say, let's license the people, let's buy the gold from them, let's sell the gold. And we can use some of that money to pay off some of our debts. Instead of always taxing people for taxing sake because you're a tax. It's not the tax that will change the economy. The taxes can kill businesses. But he wants to make this country a business-friendly environment where people will be able to go to their tax or sit in the comfort of their home, type it on GRE. Now we're trying to tax without fear or favor. That is the leadership we deserve. That is the leadership we need. Yeah, obi obeba bet now I catch yourself. Say see here baby edu no ya re enam akadompe. Let us be realistic and let us be serious as a country. Because you need leadership. I drive, take bold solutions for us to move this country forward. We'll go back to the heydays. Now, electricity has some here. Sometimes, I'll bring us back to the electricity. Sometimes it's good because Ghanaians who what we came from and where we've gotten to. For continuously 7 years plus, this type of AIDA. 2 months. You see how they are complaining? It tells them that we either want to go to the past, that is, we want to go backwards, or we want to move forward in the right direction with a bold leader with bold solutions, which will drive this country to the next level. And that leader is Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. You can't take that away from him. You can insult him, you can call him names, you can say so many things about him. And the more you try to denigrate him, the more God lifts him up. God is doing miracles, and he hasn't finished his miracle doing business. May I catch you say, on the 7th of January 2025, NDC phone say Nyankopon Epejano, I am the president.
Dr. Bawumia.
I'm telling you, Dr. Bawumia is going to be the next president of this country. Inshallah. And it's because of hard work, it's because of perseverance, it's because of his humility, and it's because of his drive to achieve results. That is what is going to make Dr. Bawumia the leader of this country. But yes, because Otinahwa or Yediope. We've seen it before. I won't go that way again.
A baby abrofo. You see, if wishes were like horses, beggars will ride. What I say? You were at Thompson here. You know, did you are buying him? The April strains of his. Oh yeah, appointee. So we appointee. We are former NIB boss. I was a penny were buying him one. Dr. Bawumia ba office obema baby a chenti wo de wo sabi wo no de baby a wo benya hye no baby a wo benya hye no na wo be fair no what can you what we say sometimes we say some more can say before Dr. Bawumia I think say ya na was say more assess kakra we say Dr. Bawumia the good for oil aba o man no me boa gold for oil you call IMF say gold for oil no you cro no near the ntwam it was part of the IMF conditionality.
They had challenges.
No. Yes,
but it was not the same.
They said the Bank of Ghana pre-finance. That was the challenge they had. They never said
I was a lawyer. Wadaruma o communicated a lawyer.
Yeah,
that's IMF fantastic. IMF so challenges.
Yes, they have challenges.
But what was the purpose in terms of so much good for oil labor? It was going to bring stability. In the petrol sector,
pricing and all
depreciation of the and the stability about.
Yes, it did it.
And last week you took petrol in 2 days.
So I explain it to you.
Abra you go for oil labor no. Now you top petrol 1 liter less than 11 cedis. And now I do 13 cedis. And the policy now is Dr. Bawumia dia but the back can answer at the end of the year.
Okay.
Again, that's our policy, no. Again, that's our policy, no. You get the point. And no, America, Dr. Bawumia, no, be an attack, no. Then someone will come, you know, say the actual Dr. Bawumia, no, or my you was see a dear film. Send Nipa. Oh, why? See a baby, no more Cassania, the Yaki to be. In 2016, Bibiana Dr. Bawumia, a incompetent Mahama. We will not give you an economy of doom so. And none the doom so, but now, Bonia MPP for a year, the Quincy Ghana for the more nature or more down my doom so, Massadia Kumi. Because doom so, the first time I Ghana experienced doom so in 1984. Once I'm Chromaya Kosumbono, never bro ya who are so. In the MPP for you before Moses, your Mokwa America, Cocacha, almost say, I Kosumboni Korea. But America and by 1984 a population grew, you know. And I first doom so. And the bar President Kufwa press. So President Kufwa press doom so by you know. Cause so doom so the year said your man Penima Hama solve yenwa. Can this buy your challenges? Or Kofa software do Moka Kosombo. Into a man Penuko for no visit doom so a spiritual problem. A biphobia tiasi Akosomo so be too. Instead, Senan Kobe increase your generating capacity no 1 year. And to offer a Bemono not Ghana, you generate your installed capacity 1,900. And near reserve margin, you need BBA, and Bibi Kakrabi bar, not doom so a day, Abba. And decide how Nina and Bob one about Bomb Penina Mahama so. And on Penina Mahama say, a 2 is Bemabo. Doom so no Abba, Yantina once over, maybe they made 2 as here. And part 2.5 years na doom so ba and man panyin mahama o tu doom so ase na doom so no na aba no man na ye niam miensa na doom so ba 1 na ye generation deficit 2 na ye gas ayenya cheap source of gas ayenya from power ye thermal plant and a 3 legacy debt. Doom so be aba Ghana be a niema miensa we na na edeba. Omampanyini Mahama e de adwene to pono so sini nyina no one your generation or the 3,900 and omampanyini ko for the equal 5,000. And never yesi doom so aba no. So bia so so ne niema energy kapa enamahode a nyina 3,900 by 5,000. That's a generation is not a problem now. Mahama has solved the generational problem. What you say? Omampanyini ko for time near kwaje gas for Nigeria baby e frɛ ho end gas. Omubufu no omudum ni pe na dum so ayede yaba. E na omampanyini Mahama ne mills na say oil anyankopon dia che ye wo mframaja eta ho a yehu fam framamu kwa the omo friend flaring. Why don't we establish the gas processing infrastructure ebema yenya gas? E na omampanyini mills ne Mahama ye atuabo. Atuabo save Ghana $300 million every year. So omo hunu anya atuabo a enkafi bi e be carry $300 million e dia koma Nigeria for legacy debt. A car one year generating energy mayen adahwa amene ye no kwan be ne be fa so to ase na the energy sector levy here dey buy. Enti on all fronts omampanyini Mahama so wudum so. Na sane omampanyini Mahama so wudum so ama 2016 omampanyini Kufuor do ko ne Twitter handler o se Mahama eni kwan se e bo ne about so so wudum so. Na ono an de buy Dr. Baumia kan bi. Na do ba 2017 was say now Ghana is a net exporter of energy. Doom so omampanyini Mahama solve ye e ma ye nyama anyina mahode no dudu nti and ye increase a percentage of energy ye tonma Burkina, ye tonma Togo, ye tonma Niger. And the baby omampanyini Mahama solve doom so kodru ye no. Na do dan kwa Kufuor do buy ko ye 20% kro mahine. Kien ko doom so mu bio. O matena se 7 years o ma anya hwe na ne doom so asa ye dey abewo yen. Na mo for timetable mra na Ghana for plan o mo life. Na wo site mi betwa Ghana fo mpo a aje se woni buo ni ani die bia de ye dey e de ma eye Ghana fo na Ghana fo ahunu se ne me kan no ma so asu so ansa o ma hunu se ba o mampanyini oba o de nyamesuro ene no kre e de nhihye ye pagu akwan mu a eno ane His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enye obi a ono waka asem na anya adwuma a esese ono be pa ache no wono ese nya the confidence of a trustor no obu ye fa so wo so wo be chi dollar. Watch dollar jina ho Mahama time and now say dollar enye yin na dollar ye 1 3 cedis 90 pesos $1 3 cedis 90 pesos and they do 14 cedis wo be ba be patcha no aka kire Ghana for say and some a wo kan ye no wo de wo ye book mu economics practicals wo nim na mo fa wo bon nche no wo say gaslight Ghana for akire say ase on some no wo kan na anya adwuma no ye mu ye nimfa so ne amfa ansa fa to me ma who does this?
Just 1 minute now for you.
Maybe say all can say President Kufuor or started BBA. When President Kufuor all dream how to add what do you call it, bui, he didn't think about his pocket. But at that time, general secretary feel about so no general secretary. Oko BA ho no or in a block factory or. Under that age, making money out of we.
Well, all
these things are not helping the nation. You can't cry. All these things are not helping the nation. And him de so say, and nothing or say, President Kufuor fees no, President Mills by and that is 4 years of President Mills no. Ye who sa dum so ye who under President Mahama. Atuabo gas no so obeka say under President Mills na started. Now today they are confessing. Go and see the second plant aye be wo. And Atuabo. Go and see. The infrastructure here put it up bigger than what is there now. So it tells you that we are working and we are not going to rest today to make sure that the Ghanaians are not shortchanged.
Yeah, game park Abamula time anopa ni yamawa 12 a day yamawa 12 also ni yamawa most definitely 6 p.m. a day yamawa. Not a single day nebekwa game park for to be my own straight. That's never true. Yeah, kwaba yeba yebetwa kobono. Saba, ya dabu ina wasi ya tuwa nkomono so in the next 15 minutes. Yebe peja yemu wa hanumzi. Mamenka wase yenu ya Tomsi wa asisi saso na lawyer Abbas Nuruddin so atanasi wa hanumzi. Uzo wa wajibra ushiti. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for your time. Loads of your text messages about and bottom line is the challenges with these two major political parties. Abbas, mo koda mamele dabe.
I think 18 April.
Central region. Because of free one. They want to just
yeah, bottom why free.
They want to win more votes than buying. Don't worry.
Okay, Ghana ha a man and Dawson. Mampempia na two major political parties no. Eba bringing people on board at the highest level and ye MFM. This is the first time party bia obetumi aweni aban enya gidie wo ye maame no manim akoyi oba se ono nso mra emma the decision table no na nyame boa 2025 ye papa his excellency John Dramani Mahama edima mema na ye maame nso di ye de ye mama na nye oba bia keke te se oba bia oye oba sima oba nimdifo oba nyansafo a ono na ye the verse oba wa ye vice chancellor of university a ye nyina ye nim ne ho modern ma wa ye de obo ye obey education minister ne modern ma wa ye de wabo. It is a vote of confidence in the capabilities of women and ne amman kwala maya bebrenso anya ni so ade hunu se omanya arehemu se wo mo ebo mo bra yie na omo sua de a daachi bi no omo nso betimi abeye vice president and president crowd de aye de e amoma nti the choice of Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is a vote of confidence in the capabilities of women. Now, yeah, mammy, you didn't buy no two MPP for patably. No more can some more in him and saying, and some more want to make a kind. 2020, you could mammy. Ube Yami and him cast over mammy and more sebi. Mammy sebe for wound to me MPP. That's all your banty or sebe for. Wouldn't we say that on his CV?
That's 2020.
Yeah, he said it. Or ban him before say, but I want to me. Say,
but I'm repeating.
Why? What was that? A MPP for the man. They say so, man, you know, want to me as a more kind. They say MPP for understand so 1 day and free home. Nancy, I have some was what I say, make Kadia basis say MPP for Niji or Memo, MPP for in Muma. And Nuntina Yako, you or ban him before say, I read Nancy, some of men Kadia, but when some of back a kai. Until ne. A mom wo jom, a mom who school, a mom who into the corporate world that the binti mwaka mo ho akosha mo feel say momo de muntimi rise to the top no, and then this is giving you the opportunity to make a Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman the first vice president obedi ama ye wo niam bi wo ho a you have to be it to feel it. Your problem be wo ho a omwa mo ye ma no mo ena eda wo mu gya no mo nim se ne esihye wo mo fa. Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is being brought on board to deal with all these issues. On the NDC, basically we are good to go. But the MPP, on the Dr. Baumia running mate Krawunyabi. Running mate Krawunyabi because one MPP constitution more. It is stated say when they are in power, they must have a running mate 1 year clear before the next elections.
The president.
And Dr. Baumia should have had a running mate by seat December 2023.
That is your
presidential candidate.
The reason why running mate in society, running mate, you see, MPP, you manage yes a minimum constitution. That is why MPP had to go and pass a resolution. They went and pass a resolution say, even though we have breached the constitution, we are giving Dr. Baumia some allowance. And then Dr. Baumia will call you probably say, Dr. Baumia, me menimo nyam kakra me didi ho no. Said you say ayo hu fie dru no me ma wo fa hu me ye me hu fie o opoku nyina also won call that yes wa ko opoku nyina na wonya running mate ni bi this is the first time this is the first time a party wa ban mu a also obennemu ni running mate me wo kwa is because I was because ko minti me
bo mu di so maka ze o
ma bo be disclaimer ba ni pa bebre ba what say yet ni pa bebre
this modus operandi
and yet one say yes one opoku nyina kwa ye den drop o
atisem ko
atisem na
one say yes one
atisem semester
empty
say edi
na the
former chief of staff
edi na the ekra ye de running me how about Dr. Baumia you get the point
ansa na mu
ya ka dia Ghana for no say baby a MPP ne Nana Danko Akufo-Addo asɛ o man yadri de obetimi ayi o man na free amna donko a Dr. Baumia titiri wadi animu am ye de akotum no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or de nokre ene nyamesuro ene pepepe yo be hyehyɛ ɔman no ama ɔman na yakɔ no nti yɛsrɛ Ghana fo obi bia de wahwere bia no ɛmɛ waba mu wo nkwa na wo yɛdɛ wo wade ɛyɛ dɛ ya awia bɛbɔ amadufo kyia yɛgya 2025 Misrim fo no amuhu ɔmo nne no ɔyɛ MPP fo no muhu ɔmo
ma frame up on Ajuso.
Oh, Ajuso de yɛ mpanyimfo gu so ɛyɛ abobo nti meme de until say party the official statement ɛbɛba abɛ kasa no me a me party somfo ne de me ntimi nni me mpanyimfo animu kan nti yɛntwɛn ba menim say in the course of this week no the party will come out clear.
You just informed me say former MPP you know
Adom co-independent the posters were Ajuso nyina.
The former
member of parliament, former deputy roads and highways minister.
Oko as what?
Oko as independent candidate. Say ya Alan line now no ya Alan nipa. Or no be gina wa Alan dimu in
no 20 Alan dada.
Or what dada?
Oh okay.
What you say? It is say no ni akwa ni say MPP noa ko ne ho. Na Bible cracker say efia emu ankasa acheche etia ne ho no say efie na nya dai enni gina. Entina MPP is on a journey.
How can it be MPP?
And Alan and MPP. Enya osono na awo afrafranto. MPP mu nko an etimi sesa niam eya anwanwase mo osono etimi kɔ wo afrafranto.
Mo egle, mo wo MPP, mo wo your friends. Parties are mo wo no. Don't let us
na ye de we
mo de we dey. Relax, we dey relax.
208 ye we
MPP yembu mba. Sana okanyesa
because of Sambia mo keka
2008 nye president Kufuor under president Kufuor na yefa je na opoko ajima professor as the vice chancellor of the University of Cape Coast. Isn't it under president Kufuor? Isn't it under president Nado na yafa first female chief of staff in this country? What is he talking about? When they see omo my friend saying diabolic nature no.
By the chief of staff the same as a vice president in terms of stature.
No, but keep quiet. Please relax. Relax now, marry. Mama no dey worry. Well, they had to force Mahama. Say one fact. Jane Amba.
The word force there.
Air Force.
The meaning you need.
Air Force. The Crawford catch and say, and those are the kingpins of the NDC. Say one fact. Jane Baker will make sure that we will not campaign for you and you suffer for it. Number two, when Obia who ye ejuma, make I remember me be Wesley girls. Now you catch and say, you say man a contract 2 years. Now me say, why do you want to take a contract? Wait the 60. Oh. If at this time you haven't trained someone who can take over from you, then you feel that's a leader. Was succession plan in a party? They say very good. Work of Faji. Very nice lady. Me penase mo yeah, family friend. Inti me hune say oh yeah me actually say me hune say cause me Adamfo. Who cannot succeed you when you are leaving? What are you trying to do? Well, inti ye can NDC. They are at a serious crossroad. Omunim said they are more ye no. Emboa omai no. It's not about omai no. It's about Mahama coming back for 4 years and doing what he wants to do. Has no accountability to anybody. 4 years, or parking in Yamano Kwa, and no. That's all he's thinking about. Because 4 years, no, Bejina when him say, Bejina another 4 years, into Messema, they are making, they are may, they are man yen in Amun Fan Cheme. But you have a leader or a go getter. A leader, Brassia, the Jarino. We no, who can they one who say, Grofun Pesomo Batam, me. Or family and vice president, may ya in Yamano. Because or no, may who at the back one. And one thing I want in books, my may swear what only say, will ye obedient year? Was all the bed, a ye. Dr. Baumia, I did have one another money the ye. In the Yakupo, I do no so, or be making sure say, you will never. But me in another money, I saw you meet Yamana, Yajumanti, I didn't want to me yet, want to me relax. No. Oh, say Dr. Baumia, my young say, President Mahama, one, my friend say, President Atamos, my ye. And I will ring you Kukwanya do how, back can you be at jail. Internet, my friend say, after all year, Kulu win the 2012 election, no, Yakupo man acquire Mombe, on the country, no, because he's past and gone. We have over 33 million plus people in this country. We have over how many people? 42% of NDC people. Why ye be? Obia be ye be. Nanado went to be any. President Kufuor by went to be any. But there here say you will get someone who will take over and also bring his idea. We didn't need kakraba, we didn't need kakraba, and that's how we build a nation. Why you be woko? You will by the nation, someone pell because of what you took us through, the corruption, the bad nature, the this thing. Your friends say, we run a country down. We came, we took it. Even though it was difficult, we took it and we transformed it. And now why we are Adom Mpensenpensemu, who person will review. Yanko Pompe never save Ghana. Okay, and I'm telling you on authority. So God will save this country. No matter the machinations are, omune say Afrafranto say they you know. Who say Nancy Afrafranto issue say the yes friends the lesser parties have come together. Ma Abu Sakara go issue statement. So one can say, oh yeah, we almost approve it, but what they've done is in bad faith. All these things tells you that NDC is pushing so hard, working with them so hard to make sure say MPP will fail. Ghanaians should rise up. It's about the country, the future of this country, and what we will do for the country to rise and get its glory. But not what we will do that someone will come and sit there and think. And that's what I'm who say, "Sana, who bet na na who try and trauma who party ya? Ebi na ya more post." Or say, "Oh yeah, it's difficult to defend MPP." Now me yeah no because Dr. Badwam Mpensenpensemu post. Into a pack again say, "Who try and trauma who party na?" Oh,
so I'm duty bound. What
mandate in Dr. Badwam's campaign?
Mandate do you have?
I'm working in Dr. Badwam's campaign as a campaign member, and also a member of the MPP, and also a member of the Central Regional Campaign team. I'm working as a former as council of chairman for patrons for Central Region. Isn't that a mandate? But chow me mandate in Armenia.
Me ya to Obama me party na to Obama. To me some party no. What change say at the end of it all no. Kakra wo be dinti. Running mate say I catch yourself by. And let me tell you one thing. In the constitution it states say the presidential candidate should not be elected, should be elected when we are in government, you know, at least 1 year at a time. You are elected presidential, you know. Now you can say the time I elected, you know, you should not the MPs near there so that it doesn't bring some division with.
So when is your running mate?
Oh, maybe I'm explaining something to him my own name. So they went to NEC, the highest decision-making body, and the NEC decided say on taking the time on here, it will come before June. It will come before June. And
that is a running mate for less than 4 months. So
it will come before June. The number of people. The number of people are almost pushing to become running mates. I have my choice. But the ultimate responsibility remains with the presidential candidate, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, to choose who he can work with and who he thinks can push him. And let me tell you one thing. One thing I hear Shane say, the level of Dr. Bawumia, the vice presidential candidate situation, if you don't get anyone who will match it or make it better, it will bring the whole vice presidential aid down.
Yes,
and that is why we are making sure that we take what So what is your problem?
But say MPP muno na Abronye to be in who say
what is wrong with Abronye?
There is nothing wrong with him. But you see,
so for this, what I'm saying is say. By a friend saying by latest June. Now but the prerogative
for the first time I've
what month are we in?
By the close of June.
What month are we?
By December 7, now running mate Dr. Bawumia Nyabi.
June this year.
June this year, Dr. Bawumia because of December.
I was explaining something to you.
Because the okay,
names are about out.
No, it doesn't matter. But what is keeping?
You can name a running mate tomorrow. That is not the priority. You put your things well.
4 months to elections is not going to be
NDC.
This is going to be the first time.
NDC, I have 3 years. Candidate 3 years. And some not to be running mate. Now you have a candidate November. Now to now you running mate. 3 years.
We're grateful.
Before you were able to.
Thank you so much. Bye.